Going live.
Welcome to Blazing Baseball, episode number 132. We blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Astros and Yankees fans. So right now, we're watching the Rays at Yanks, and we are losing in the middle of the second.
3-0, Yanks down. Oh boy.
And so also playing, we have the Phillies at Reds, the Padres at Marlins, the Cubs at Nats, the Boston Bum Sox at Pirates, Rays at Yanks, Orioles at Blue Jays, Tigers at Guardians, Mets at Braves. And in warm up, we have the Royals at Twins with the Royals Greinke, who is 4-7, versus the Twins Gray, who is 6-3. And then we have the Rockies at Cards, also in warm up with the Rockies Freeland, who is 7-8, versus the Cards Quintana, who is 4-5. Later today, we have the A's at Rangers with the A's Sears, who is 3-zip, versus the Rangers. Sorry if I mispronounced any names of this podcast. Arihara, who is zip and zip. And then we have the Astros at White Sox with the Astros Verlander, who is 15-3, versus the White Sox Cease, 12-5.
Yep.
And then we have the Dodgers at Brewers with the Dodgers Pepiot, who is 1-zip, versus the Brewers Woodruff, who is 9-3. And then we have the Mariners at Angels with the Mariners Ray, who is 8-8, versus the Angels Suarez, who is 4-4. And then we have the D-backs Giants with the D-backs Kelly, who is 10-5, versus the Giants Eunice, who is 4-3.
All right. Last night, the Astros were defeated by the White Sox in Chicago 4-2. Astros had 7 hits and 2 runs. Bregman had a double, but there was no home runs for the Astros. White Sox had 9 hits and 4 runs. The winning pitcher was Cuero. He's 5-5. He went 8 innings and he gave up the 2 runs. His earned run average is 2.78. The save went to Hendricks, his 26th save of the season. The losing pitcher was Montero for the Astros. His record is 4-2, and he gave up 3 earned runs and lost the game. There were 18,205 fans in Chicago White Sox Stadium called Guaranteed Rate Field. Okay, but the Astros are getting a shot at the White Sox in Chicago again tonight.
Also, before we get into this, we have a funny mistake by an umpire that we'll get into later in this podcast. And also later in this podcast, we have a suspension that we'll get into.
And we got a power ranking.
And we have a power ranking. So, today at 7:10 Central Time, we have Justin Verlander on the mound for the Astros, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 15-3 with a 1.85 ERA and 134 strikeouts.
Holy cow.
Up first. And then pitching for the Chi Sox is Dylan Cease, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 12-5 with a 1.96 ERA and 174 strikeouts.
2 incredible pitchers tonight. Verlander is looking for his 16th win. Wow. Go Astros. Who's up for the Astros?
So first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, batting .280. And then Gurriel at first base, batting .243. And then Alvarez at DH, batting .296. And then Bregman at third base, batting .258. And then Tucker at right field, batting .249. And then Diaz at left field, batting .254. And then Pena at shortstop, batting .251. And then Dubon at center field, batting .207. And then Maldonado at catcher, batting .186.
All right.
Up first for the White Sox is Pollock at center field, batting .246. And then Vaughn at right field, batting .300. And then Jimenez at left field, batting .305. And then Abreu at first base, batting .303. And then Grandal at DH, batting .198. And then Moncada at third base, batting .199. And then Harrison at second base, batting .246. And then Zavala at catcher, batting .283. And then Sosa at shortstop, batting .125.
Go Astros. Verlander pitching away. 7-10. Okay. As of last night, the Yankees lost 4-0 to Tampa in the Bronx. The Yankees had 7 hits and no runs. They had 1 double by the Riz. That's all the hitting they got. Tampa Bay had 7 hits, but they had 4 runs. They had a double and a triple. The winning pitcher was Yarborough. He's 1-7, but he won and beat the Yankees last night. His earned run average is 4.75. The losing pitcher for the Yanks was Cole, and Cole is 9-5. He went 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits and 1 earned run, and he had 6 strikeouts. But the Astros couldn't. The Yankees couldn't produce any runs. Sorry, Cole was once on the Astros. Okay, so there were 42,192 fans at Yankee Stadium last night. But the Yankees are on right now, going back after Tampa, but we're down.
Yep. So pitching for the Rays is Jeffrey Springs, and he's a left-handed pitcher, and he has a 2.51 ERA. And then pitching for the Yanks is Cortez,
Nasty Nestor.
and he has a 2.85 ERA. Up first for the Yanks is Torres at the second base, batting 246, and then Judge at center field, batting 299, and then Rizzo at first base, batting 220, and then Donaldson at third base, batting 222, and then Trevino at catcher, batting 264, and then Benintendi at left field, batting 303, and then Andujar, at DH, batting 250, and then Connor Phillip at shortstop, batting 270, and then Gonzalez at right field, batting 215. Up first for the Yanks is Diaz, batting 2 at third base, batting 275.
That's the Rays.
Sorry, the Rays, yes.
Yeah.
Up first for the Rays, yes, is Diaz at third base, batting 275. And then Paredes at first base, batting 222. Sorry, batting 221, and then Ramirez at DH, batting 328, and then Rosarena at right field, batting 258, and then Bethancourt at catcher, batting 234, and then Siri at center field, batting 190, and then Walls at shortstop, batting 175, and then Chang at second base, batting 211, and then Quinn at left field, batting 203.
Okay, it's 3-0. Yankees are in the bottom of the second. We got a man on first, but there's 2 outs. We'll give you an update as soon as we see something happen. Okay, Yanks got to play better. How do the standings look tonight?
So, before we get into that, we have, according to NY Daily News, Yanks TJ LeMahieu's hits again because of toe issue.
Oh. He's out. Okay, we lost our leadoff batter. Wow. Oh boy, Giancarlo stands out till September. Okay, we're missing Giancarlo a lot. Okay.
I'm gonna click on this one and see if there's any info on this toe injury.
All right, he's out for 3 games. This is the 3rd game.
Inflammation shows right big toe.
Well, they do not want to put him on the 10-day injury reserve list, so they're just keeping him day to day. So he might pop back tomorrow. There's a chance, which would really help because we're not getting any runs and we're not getting any homers, and we're slumping a little bit.
It says LeMahieu had been dealing with the toe for a while. He had a cortisone shot at the All-Star break, but has felt the discomfort come back in the last week. So,
take care of your feet. You need your feet to work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In the AL East, we have the Yanks 10 games over the Rays and Blue Jays.
All right.
And then in the AL Central, the Guardians are 2 games over the Twins and White Sox. In the AL West, the Astros are 12 games over Seattle. In the NL East, the Mets are 4.5 games over the Braves. In the NL Central, the Cards are 2 games over the Brewers. And then the NL West, the Dodgers are 17 games over the Padres.
Okay. The other power rankings came out, but it's CBS Sports, and they say number 1 team is the Astros, number 2 team is the Yankees, the number 3 team is the Guardians, Cleveland. So those are the 3 main, and then the Rays. No, it's in this order. The Blue Jays, the Mariners, and the Rays are next. That's how they rank in the top 6. They're ranking the top 6. The Dodgers, the Mets, the Cardinals, the Braves, the Padres, and then the Phillies. That's their picks.
Interesting.
CBS Sports. Okay.
So I think it's according to Yahoo Sports by Ryan Young. It says Mariners Carlos Santana walked on just 3 balls after an umpire mistake for the Angels.
Oh, this is great. The umpires are now giving batters a walk after 3 balls. It's not 3 balls, 3 strikes, you're out. It's 3 balls, you walk.
3 balls, you walk.
Oh, my God.
It says Diaz admitted after the game that he had made a mistake. Quote, I said, no, it's 2-2. Then I started thinking maybe it is 3-1 because I forgot I called that first pitch or strike. There were so many pitches going on. I lost the count on that first pitch. I knew I called a strike on the steal, and that's the only one I remembered. I couldn't remember the one before that. I messed that one up.
All right. That's he's not giving any excuses. He's just saying that. Just totally blew his whole thing apart.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Isn't it great? The umpires, this is the good part of the game when they do something as silly as that. It adds so much to the game.
It says the Mariners ended up scoring 4 runs in the 9th, which pushed them to the 6-2 win.
Okay. Wow.
Which is when this happened, in the 9th.
Wow. There you go. Baseball at its finest.
Yeah.
Reported here on Blazing Baseball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember this
No,
happening? Right?
I
don't remember this ever happening.
I always thought they had a clicker. You know, they used to, when I was a kid, they had a clicker.
Mm-hmm.
And that way they would have it and they could look at their hand and they know. They don't have to remember. They click it.
He just messed up on that too.
Yeah. He's not using his clicker anything. He lost track. All right, it's good stuff, man. Good reporting, Mr. Colby.
Oh, thank you.
That made my day.
And so, according to
that's the best thing that happened to me today.
According to ESPN's Jeff Passan, Pittsburgh Pirates Rodolfo Castro suspended 1 game for having cell phone in pockets.
Oh wait, who suspended him? The league.
After a cell phone flew out of his pocket mid-slide during an August 9th game.
Well, that's
promoting
good.
An investigation that cleared him of further wrongdoing.
Yeah. But you're not allowed to have your cell phone on the field. So everybody knows that, but maybe he forgot too.
Castro, a 23-year-old rookie, received a suspension, which he is appealing for violating the league's policy against bringing unapproved electronic devices onto the field.
Right.
MLB examined the activity on Castro's phone and found no evidence that it had been used during the game before the incidents.
Yeah, no, he's just talking to somebody on the phone.
Yeah, probably.
No.
He's
a rookie. He's not doing anything wrong. He wants to
investigation. That's what it seems. Yeah.
No, he's clean.
He was calling Domino's.
He was calling Domino's for a pizza. Okay. That's another good one right there, Cole. Very good. All right. We're reporting now. Yanks are down 3-0. Top of the 3rd. Tampa Bay's coming to bat.
Any other baseball topics you want to go over this baseball?
That's
podcast?
it. You know, Yanks, man, I'm a little worried about the Yanks. Down 3-0 right here. They got to stop them and then get some hits.
Yep.
And then Astros later tonight. But Verlander's pitching tonight for the Astros.
Yep.
Wow, I'd love to see that one. That's a good one. We got to put that on
for the White Sox. Yep, and one of the ESPN titles for it is "That's a Classic Cy Young Favorites." Justin Verlander, Dylan Cease.
There you
Sets
go.
a clash in Chicago.
Yep. Two excellent
So-
pitchers. That's really great. That's good baseball right there.
Yep.
I think it'll be a low-scoring game.
Yep.
That's my prediction.
Eh.
And Astros win.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll catch y'all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Peace out.